Taiwan. I'm Ethan Liu with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. In July, TaiwanPlus reported the plight of Katie He and her husband, Michael Boyden. Boyden is a long-term resident of Taiwan, but when he developed a disability, the couple realized Taiwan doesn't help disabled foreigners. Now that has changed for some foreigners at least. Louis Watt reports.
After years of fighting for recognition, Katie Ho is finally able to apply for a disability certificate for her British husband. Despite being a long-time resident in Taiwan, as a foreigner, he was not previously eligible for disability benefits, which made caring for him much tougher for his wife.
So it took 4 years for me to arrive here. It's just very emotional.
In 2019, Ho's husband, Michael Boyden, was diagnosed with atypical Parkinsonism, whose symptoms are similar to Parkinson's disease. Since then, the business consultant has lost all ability to communicate and is fed through a tube in his stomach. Without state recognition of his disability, Boyden cannot get subsidized medical equipment or home visits from medical staff, something that his wife has been eagerly awaiting.
I really appreciate home visit, not just for evaluation, but just for the condition I am in. I also had some question, am I doing the right thing? Am I taking the good care? How can I do better? I have no idea. They don't teach you in school like how to look after a very sick person.
And across the country, there are tens of thousands of foreigners estimated to be living with disabilities. Until recently in Taiwan, only permanent residents from Japan could be certified as disabled and claim the same benefits as Taiwanese. That's because of a reciprocal agreement between the two countries. But now Taiwan is recognizing disabled residents from 3 more countries: Britain, Canada, and the United States. That's because the government here has verified that disability benefits are available to Taiwanese living in those countries. And health officials say that list could expand.
就是要了解哪一些国家对于我们的国民在当地也有一些优惠。如果我们知道这些国家，我们当然会比较办理。
But for the group that campaigned for state recognition of disabled foreigners, basing acceptance on reciprocity isn't enough.
We don't necessarily believe that's an equal way of, fair way of doing things. We believe that even on just basic human rights, a healthcare issue, this should be opened up to all immigrants in Taiwan.
But Chang says opening up disability benefits to 3 countries, including Boyden's, is a good first step. Welfare officials now have to assess his application, but Boyden is likely to be the first foreigner to gain a disability certificate since the change. Too late to undo the sadness and frustration he and his wife have suffered over the past 4 years. But official recognition will open the door to more help and support, and offer hope for other foreigners in Taiwan who are dealing with disability. Klein Wong and Louise Watt for TaiwanPlus.
A modern indigenous Taiwan dance troupe is introducing its performance to a very special audience. Timor Dance Theater is taking part in a government project to expose young people to art. Yu Jinghuang has the story.
The choreography of this dance is based on sign language, custom-made for the audience. This work by Timor Dance Theater is made especially for deaf people. Performance art is generally not as accessible to this special group, but this piece, Gamelang So, is one that hopes to provide a richer experience for this underserved group. The troupe held this performance for children at the Taipei School for the Hearing Impaired.
其实他们的语言是很美的，透过这样子的语言，我觉得让台湾的孩子们或者是世界的孩子们可以看到不同的语言，然后这个语言呢，包含了情绪，包含了身体，包含最重要是心理的关照。抛弃。
Timor Dance Theater's collaboration with the school is a part of a government project. It aims to expose younger audiences to art. Aside from this school, the troupe is also presenting its modern dance with indigenous Taiwan elements to children in southern Taiwan. They are not alone. A total of 42 groups have joined the project, introducing different forms of art to over 200 schools. The Culture Ministry targets rural schools or those focused on serving children with special needs.
那这样的一个案子，我们在下一个年度会持续的推动。那我们也希望，每一个学校都像启聪学这样，会开一个开放的心情，然后接受我们的团队到学校去跟学生做这样一个艺术的一个接触跟推广。
我相信在这个过程里面，他们会有机会，因为视觉上。快速的转换，在他的思维上会有一些不同的感受，终究会在未来的某一个时间点，我相信今天的表演会对他们产生一些新的影响。
The project has been going for 6 years now, and hundreds of art groups have done their part to help bring about cultural equity. The artists are there to inspire the children, but they are also just as likely to find inspiration in their special audiences. Chris Ma and Yujin Huang for TaiwanPlus.
Rising global temperatures are proving to be a challenge for Taiwan's many fruit farmers. But one Hakka family is using age-old farming traditions to make the most of what they have. Sally Jensen has more.
The orange fruit, the peeling motion, the racks where they dry under the sun. Almost everything here is circle-shaped. This Hakka family in Taiwan's northwestern Hsinchu County has used the same production line for drying persimmons for over 100 years.
看得到就是像我右手边这边是在削皮，对，那我们现在是都有机器可以帮忙了。那如果是以前的话是没有机器的话，都是要纯手工啦。
Hakka people are an ethnic minority in Taiwan, making up around 20% of the population. Centuries of migration from southern China brought over their agricultural and preserving traditions and sweet persimmons. There are 3 kinds of persimmons here in Taiwan's Hakka heartland. This one's like a beef heart, this one more like a stone, and this one like an ink brush. And they're all being dried here on these racks. And this process relies heavily on sunshine and seasonal winds, which are growing less reliable due to the changing climate. Lychees, mangoes, guavas, all kinds of fruits in Taiwan are feeling the effects of longer summers and extreme weather, and persimmons are no exception.
那我们其实就是需要太阳之外，就是需要风把我们的水分带走，这样子才会干。对，那当然是以现在暖化的话，我们其实。就少了风的话，我们其实就是成功率会降低啦。暖化对我们的这种传统做法的影响，就是制品变得比较不好制作。
But small-scale family-run initiatives like this are using time-tested methods to make the most of what they have. No part of the fruit goes to waste. The mountains of peeled skin are fermented and used as compost to nourish the persimmon trees.
它有很多药用啦，但一般人就会煮茶。我们是因为量很多，所以我们都是做肥料，当有机肥。
Even the copper stains from the peeling process have a use. They're used as a natural dye for textiles and to make beauty products.
就是它里面含了很丰富的单宁酸。那单宁酸的话，我们就是可以用来，像我手上这个，我们就是可以用来染布。对，这个就是我们的释染，然后就是这样子循环这样子。
But perhaps the biggest impact comes from the operation's public accessibility for education and tourism. These farmers hope to pass on their persimmon growing methods generation after generation. But in an age of unprecedented change, their larger goal is to promote the idea of circular regeneration. John Su and Sally Jensen in Hsinchu County for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. You can visit the TaiwanPlus website and our social media for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, have a listen to this Swedish cosplay choir. I'm Ethan Liu. Take care, and I'll see you next time.